So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get it running right. And he's got some space here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Brady, and that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And boy, what a catch and move right there.
In a tough spot to get it over the middle. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. He's got time, looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 53 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And here we go on 1st and goal. Derrick Henry. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7th. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Back now in Tampa. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. And Ndamukong Suh's 2nd tackle for loss on the game. Strength is the #1 thing you think of with him. But let's not underestimate his hands. You know, it's almost like he goes for martial arts practice. I'm not sure that he does, but it's like he does that. They're so strong, so heavy, that he's able to get people off of him and go make plays.
Now I'm just picturing him doing martial arts.
I'm not sure he needs it to get done when he gets done. He is just so strong.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
It's caught outright by Graham, and he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
In motion left now is Beasley. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bucs a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans in the final minute. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's up and good to make it 21-17. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Stays on his feet. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip.